Xeta, you're in the dark. You feel
Oh, no.
cold stone against your bare feet, and you're surrounded by a dark chamber underground, like a maybe like a prison cell or something like that. And you hear a voice ring out, and it's someone. It sounds female saying, "Help me, please help me."
Can I move towards the voice?
Yeah, absolutely. As you get closer, you get a bit of a look at her. She's like chained to the wall. She has white hair. She looks like that.
Ooh.
Pale skin, and she's looking directly at you, like she can see you, and she's begging you to let her free.
Can I move? Can I get a look at what's holding her down? Is it
Yeah,
chained?
she's chained.
She's chained.
Yeah, she's chained up.
Do I see any way of getting the chains off of her?
Not really, and you start to float upward,
Oh.
and then you pick up speed, and pretty soon you're flying upward, going through the stone, and then you find yourself pulled out through like a chained up locked door inside of what looks like the inside of like a big stone tower, and then you wake up. Yay. There we go. Alright, you guys all wake up with all of your personal belongings intact. What luck.
Oh, brother.
Ooh. How'd you guys sleep?
Feels like home.
Wasn't too bad.
This would be a scary home.
Could have been better. I had another strange vision.
What? Wasn't us dying tonight, is it?
No. It's all a pale woman with silver hair chained down, begging for help.
Did you help her?
I tried to, but I started floating. It was strange.
Do you have much control in these visions?
Not really.
Well, if you ever have a vision of all of us dying, at least let us know.
Would you really want to know that?
I tried to avoid it.
Oh, okay.
Have you ever been able to change things that have happened in your visions before?
To Xeta's knowledge, her visions have always been relatively abstract. They tend to tell her about like certain elements and things that might come to pass, but they're never specific enough that they can't be interpreted as having been true like one way or another. They're usually not like a specific transcript of an event. You know, like the one where the raven got crushed by the black gauntlet, and there's like a lady in a house, dude with a eclipse. Like it's all like really fucking vague, weird, abstract shit where it's like I don't know what that means. So the answer is maybe.
Well, try to stay away from towers with chains, yeah.
That's a good thing just to go by.
Or maybe we want to head towards it.
She might need help if she really is there.
Do you know who it was?
Mm-mm.
So what's on the agenda today?
I think first order of business should be to check in with Bitch. See
Oh,
what
yeah.
we can do for her to get into
Who's
good
bitch?
graces enough to see Jackknife.
Let's try not to piss her off, okay?
Oh, that is ideal, yes.
I assume she's always pissed off.
Well, then let's try not to make it worse.
Very wise.
Anybody know where we find this bitch?
Well, we saw her last night.
She's on that balcony a couple floors up. We just gotta find a way up.
I'm sure if we try to find our way to Jackknife, we'll encounter her first.
Can you do that? Sorry.
No.
I was just gonna say, can you do that thing, Valen, you did on the wall, but in the other direction?
I'm sorry, the thing I did on the wall.
Instead of falling down, you fall up.
Oh, that. Maybe? I can't guarantee something like that.
Feather rise instead of feather fall.
Like, I don't change the direction of things. It just kind of worked out that way.
Oh, okay.
Maybe one day. Not right now.
I see. Alright, I'll get our stuff ready. I prepare for a fight in the worst case.
Yeah,
I'm always prepared for a fight.
That's why we keep you around.
You
I'll
can
load
stay
up.
in the front.
Agreed.
I'll do that.
I'll load up my stuff and head out.
The team will be right with you.
All right, party's heading out. You head downstairs. The inn is hustling, bustling with folks who seem disreputable, but notably more organized. While the outer ring consisted of a great deal of very kind of random riffraff, just criminal scum with no honor, no code, just doing whatever wherever their whims take them. The interior seems to have more of a hierarchy, and there's more of a mutual understanding, an honor among thieves kind of thing going on. So this is still scum, but it's scum with a mutual understanding that we're in this together. They're part of a whole, so they don't go after each other. And that includes you now that you're here.
Oh, good.
So you're kind of part of this now, probably why you didn't get robbed at night. Yeah.
So, now that we've made it in this place, how do you think we'd get out of this place?
There's probably a door somewhere.
Probably.
Or we could go out through the sewer again. That was pleasant.
As you exit the inn, there are indeed two large double doors that lead from the prison courtyard, which is what this town is built in. It's built in the courtyard of the prison. These double doors lead out to the outer ring. They're heavily guarded to make sure that people don't get in who aren't supposed to get in.
I assume it's easier leaving than getting in.
Yeah.
It's like
I wonder if they'll
America.
let us
It's
back
like
in.
America. It's a lot easier getting out than in.
I wonder if they'll let us back in once we've left.
Yeah, I didn't get a membership card or a ticket or anything, so who knows?
Hopefully they just remember us.
I'm
I
sure
don't
they
really feel like dealing with that again.
If you pay someone enough money, they'll remember something.
Too bad I'm broke.
We left all our money back on the ship.
I bought maps.
I brought my gold.
Yeah.
I've got maps. Maybe we could pay them in map information. They'd really like to know.
Well,
You
there's
know,
only
they've
2
lived
gold
here
left on the
their
ship, so
whole
I guess
life.
we do have gold with us.
I still have a head of a siren in a pouch on my bag, so
I don't know if that's worth much to anybody.
pretty intimidating. It's kind of cool. I feel like a monster hunter. Just saddle on our horse if I was rich enough for a horse. Alright, let's go.
Witcher style.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Alright, let's get going.
All right. Well, you guys are in the courtyard, and now that you're there, you can see her quite clearly. Bitch is up at the top of one of the towers overlooking the courtyard, making
Is there-
sure everyone's in line.
Is there an out to her?
You broke up a little bit there, buddy.
Oh, sorry. Is there an obvious route to her?
Well, it looks like the tower is like open. You can just go in, and there's stairs. There are guards, but you don't know whether they
Okay.
stop you or not. It's not the central tower. It's one of the side ones. There is a very large central tower in the middle of the prison. That's the tallest.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll start like pointing in that direction and start making my way over there. Kind of want to have a conversation with the party. And just be like, well, we're gonna either have to get past these guards, get past bitch. What are we gonna tell the people? We just want to speak to Jackknife. I feel like we're gonna have to either do a favor or pay them or something. I don't know if they're gonna be that open to talking without getting something in return.
I think we start by saying we want to talk with Jackknife and then see what hoops they make us jump through from there.
Okay. Do you want me to take the lead, or does someone else want to take the lead?
By all means, be my guest.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. Yeah, I just want to walk into the tower that bitch is in like I own it, and hope the guards don't stop me.
Yeah, they don't.
Oh, perfect. Ruse successful. All right, I'll make my way to the top.
Alright, the stairs are a little slippery. There's spilled alcohol and/or blood in a few spots. It smells kind of weird. At one point, you pass a dude who might be passed out drunk, might be dead. You're not sure. He smells pretty bad. You probably don't want to check. But yeah, as you make your way up there, all of you kind of carefully getting up the stairs, you do eventually find your way to the top.
Perfect. I will go ahead and try to look for the one and only Lebich.
Yeah, she's right there.
Okay, I will walk right up.
And I'll be right behind you, just so you have some intimidating presence about you.
Yeah, is everyone else up there?
Xeta will be up there, but she'll try to like stay towards the rear end a little bit.
Okay. Alright, with the guy who might be drunk or dead.
Yes.
Great. Alright.
Watch over him. Make sure he's okay.
Alright, well, so what do you say to bitch?
I heard you're the person to talk to get a hold of Jackknife. Is that correct?
What do you want with Jackknife?
I was hoping to have a meeting with him.
Who are you?
My name's Argos. Pleasure to meet you.
Never heard of you.
I'm new here, fresh off the boat.
What boat?
The boat that we took here, Valen, obviously.
Right.
May we speak to him? Is there like some forms we can fill out, or a waiting list of sorts?
No.
Jobs we can do?
I don't trust you. You just got here. You look weird. Foreign. I don't know what your motivations are. You could be a threat to him. Or to our
Well,
operation.
We are both of those, but we don't mean any threat to what is happening here. We just want to do our business quickly and hopefully leave.
Maybe you can help us without us even talking to Jackknife, honestly. Have you seen a girl that looks kind of like that?
Seem to take her helmet off.
No.
Alright.
Put it back on.
So how do we go about earning your trust?
Alright, I want you to take care of something for me.
We're all ears.
There's a man in this town right now who beat the Blood Games. His name is Demetrius. He's got a kind of dark brown hair, scruffy. He's drowning his sorrows over in one of the inns. She points at like a different inn. I want you to kill him.
Alright then.
Are there rules against killing people here? Say we kill this guy, is anybody gonna
You're in
try
the
to take us
clear.
away?
Nah, you're in the clear. But If you try to connect this to me, I'll deny it.
Very well then.
Is anybody gonna come asking?
Nope.
All right. Then we have no reason to connect it to you.
Just go take care of him.
I'm not gonna ask why, of course, but is there anything you could tell us about him? Is he particularly known for anything? How did he beat the Blood Games? Did he hide in a corner the whole time? Did he massacre everyone with a greatsword? Do you know how he beat the Blood Games?
He's got a long sword. He's some kind of a knight.
Wait,
Interesting place.
So he
for
has
a
a
knight to
long
be.
sword?
Yeah.
Ooh. Means it's probably not bronze.
Interesting place for a knight to be.
Well, he has a sword that's long.
Okay.
Alright, very well. We'll go take care of it as once. Thank you for your time.
Mm-hmm.
Dean would give a polite bow of her head and turn around.
Alright, I guess I'll look to the party and start walking downstairs.
So do we just kill him out in the open?
Well, we could do that, or seeing as he's already drinking, we could poison his drink.
Dean just kind of makes a face. She prefers to take her problems head on. But
Got knowledges of poison and could probably find someone that would sell it here, but usually poison's pretty expensive.
I guess we have to do this, huh? There's no getting around it.
Unfortunately
We're
not.
in the den of thieves. This is how things are done.
Zeta, don't feel bad for anybody here. They're all here for a reason.
Well, then what does that say about us?
We're here for a reason too.
I guess you're right.
I'm just imagining us like roughing up this guy, killing him, and then everybody's staring, and we just go, no ticket.
Oh, well, let's get this over with. Not gonna enjoy this, but
We're just gonna walk up and kill him then? Ask him to step outside? What?
I mean, I like the poison idea, but you know,
I think
I don't have
funds
any
might be a
poison.
bit tight, yeah. There isn't anything in my herbalism kit that I can use to... Can I use... Is there anything in the herbalism kit that might impair someone?
Make a check.
Okay. I probably don't have anything to outright kill, but maybe impair.
No, you definitely don't.
12.
I mean, you could make his drink taste really bad. Or give him like, a super bad hangover.
kill him tomorrow morning.
What? It's not like a really bad hangover?
Theme, we need you to sleep with this guy once he's
No.
once he's in his worst state.
No.
Strike.
That is absolutely out of the question.
All right, pretend to sleep with him, and then once he's naked, then you take him down.
No.
All right, worth a shot.
I like where your head's at, Valen.
I could dress up and do it.
Deception and backstabbing are not my tools.
Oh God.
Is this becoming a regular tool in Valen's tool belt?
It worked so well the first time.
You were saying this about me earlier, Zed. Come
Dude,
on, what about
now-
Jeremy?
now-
Just,
Now it's just Valen's just like looks like another job for sexy Valen. Whip it out.
you didn't keep the
Valen-
dress, did you?
Valen pulls the purse out of his backpack and like, yeah.
Yeah, it's just one of the party's mini operations. Like,
Gosh.
are we doing Operation Sexy Valen again?
Wounded brother or sexy Valen? Which way
Yeah,
are you gonna go?
yeah.
All right, let's just go take care of this. He's drunk. He's not going to be much of a threat.
All right. So you head over to the bar she indicated.
Sure.
And I'm gonna cast Mage Armor on myself as well as False Life.
Sounds good. So as you guys head in, you don't. Well, yeah, I guess you have to actually roll it.
I don't know why I click it every time, but
There we go.
Sure.
So as you head into the bar, you don't see a man matching the description you were given. There's a couple of people scattered around, but like for the most part, none of them are who she was talking about. But it
Wait,
isn't
did we get
Ann.
this guy's name?
Yeah,
Demetrius.
Demetrius. So this is like where he's staying. So like it isn't Ann.
Valen, do you want to ask around while we get a table?
Sure, I'll see what the bartender says. And Keep says.
Alrighty,
Team's just keeping her head on a swivel, looking for, keeping an eye out for trouble.
cool. So the bartender is a man whose nose is missing, and there's just a hole.
Oh gosh,
That's pleasant.
that's delightful.
Valen tries not to stare.
Alright.
Though it is in the middle of his face, so he has a hard time.
He says, "How's it going?"
Good. Can I get a drink for me and my friends?
Sure thing. You new here? What's your name?
Yeah, we just beat the blood games yesterday. I'm Valen.
Nice to meet you, Valen. I'm Perfume.
Okay. It's a heck of a name. Is it because she smells so good?
That's right. Smell real good.
Team is just like to herself quietly saying like, "Don't say anything about his nose. Don't say anything about his nose. Just don't say anything."
So we're here looking for somebody. I point over to Theme. Some girl that looks like her. You seen her?
Take your helmet off again.
Can't say I have.
Maybe you've seen her friend. He's a guy that's been staying here, I hear, named Demetrius.
Oh yeah, he's got a room.
Oh, do you know if he's there right now?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's been holed up there for a while.
Awesome. Alright, do you know which one it is?
Yeah, it's 3.
3. Got it. Thank you.
How many rooms are there?
So should I just go sit down and expect
4.
the drink?
Okay.
I'll wait for my drinks at the bar.
Sure. The 4 of you each receive a mug of questionable fluid.
Just like back home.
Whatever it is, it's frothy.
With
Alright,
prestidigitation, I can cool and flavor a drink, so I will do that to... I can only do it
Great.
to three people, so I'll do mine, Valen, and Xeta's.
Great.
Alright, bottoms up.
Cheers to a good old-fashioned quest. I'll drink.
Team will give it a try anyway. I've got a strong fortitude.
Alright, well, it's gross. It's not con save gross, but it's gross. And if anything, the flavoring added by prestidigitation, it doesn't really help. It's kind of like if someone pissed in a mug and then you poured honey into it and
Ooh.
stirred it up. Like, clearly prestidigitation was an attempt at adding flavor to it, but it's not perfect.
It's slightly
Creamy.
colder, too.
Yeah. It's cold. The cold helps because you can't taste stuff as well when it's cold.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, it ain't great.
Yep, Team will just say, not bad.
I mean, it's alcohol of some fucking kind.
Cinnamon did not go well with this.
So, over drinks, Valen's gonna be like, our guy's up in room 3.
I think life at the castle has sort of spoiled Team a little bit, because this is not the best quality stuff.
Alright, let's pay our man a visit. I'll leave the drink half drunk and go it up.
I shall too.
Alright, do Valen and Xeta accompany them?
Sure do.
Yeah.
How's Xeta feeling about this literally
Not
murder?
Not great.
Aw.
Okay. Alright, well, you guys arrive at a door that has a 3 carved into it with a knife.
We'll knock on the door.
Who is it?
Room service.
You hear the voice, but closer, like he's on the other side of the door now. The fuck does that mean?
It means I need to clean up your goddamn room.
There's like a lot of this is just a quiet hesitation from the other side.
And Valen like motions to the door to Theme like a tackle motion, like as soon as it's open.
Team stands ready. I'm readying an action to kick the door in if I see it starting to open.
Alright, it doesn't open.
Can we come back later?
You're here to kill me, aren't you?
Can we come back later? When are you gonna be out of the room so we can clean it?
Are you one of them, or they roped you into this?
I just want to clean your room. Just trying to do my job. Trying a new thing. Trying to up customer satisfaction.
Just because you're stuck here like me doesn't mean you have to sink to their level. I'm trying to change things.
Alright, I'll come back later. Guys, what the fuck? Did we just bust it down?
We could figure out what he's trying to tell us.
Like, that's not gonna get us a meeting.
Or we
No,
could just take
It might
over with-
shed light on the situation, though.
What was Xeta trying to say?
saying we could just try to get this over with as quickly as possible.
Or Zeta, you could try talking with him and taking that side of things. I'm willing to go either way.
I fear that no matter what we try, we're gonna have to kill him in the end anyway. Might as well get it over with. She says this very quietly.
Well, maybe some nice talk could get us in the door.
I assume we've moved away from the
Yeah, I
room.
would
Oh
assume.
yeah,
We start
yeah, for
talking like
sure.
that.
You're not in front of the door, yeah. No, you're in front of door 1 instead. And it cracks open, and an old lady is like, "You should just kill him." On her way out, she heads off downstairs. Like, yeah,
That's a sassy grandma.
fucking get it over with.
Look, you guys don't know how it works in places like this.
Just kill him and stop interrupting my crocheting. I'm trying to boost my crochet skill for when I encounter that puzzle that we talked about several sessions ago.
The crocheting puzzle. You gotta be ready for it.
Trying to attain crocheting proficiency.
Yeah.
I pick up a toolkit proficiency at level 3. I'm strongly considering it.
That'll be useful for you. Like we could try the window. I don't know if there are windows in this place.
How sturdy do these doors look?
Oh no. You could like walk through this door.
I'm pretty confident in my ability to kick that door in.
Doesn't somebody have a crowbar too? Like,
I do. I have that.
I do have a crowbar.
You want to crowbar it, then beat him to an inch of his life, then ask him some questions, and then kill him?
why even bother asking him the questions at that point?
It's just
How about,
to get more
we
information.
kill him and then ask him the questions?
I don't have that spell yet.
Look, I prefer not to know why this guy needs to die and just get it over with.
You don't want him to know that he's a dog lover and loves long walks on the beach and things like that?
Look, I just want to get this over with.
Alright, let's do it the hard way. I'll walk up back to room 3 and pull out my dagger.
Alright.
Dean's got her spear and shield ready. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna leave the spear. I'm gonna take out the gladius. That'll be better for close quarters like this.
Cool.
Alright,
Valen makes a crowbar motion and aim like.
Gonna breach the door like a SWAT team.
Alright, in that case, I'll sheath my sword. I'll take out the crowbar. Just wedge that in the door.
Alright.
And we're ready to go.
Yeah, go for it.
Alright, I believe that is athletics.
Yeah.
And the crowbar gives me advantage, I believe, mechanically.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Boop.
Boop. Yeah, you bust the door wide open, And inside, armor is on the floor, and like a weapon is on the floor. And this guy right here is just wearing like common clothes. He's not armored or armed, and he's sitting on his bed facing the window. And he kind of like flinches when you bust the door open, but it seems like he was very much expecting it.
Yep, and Theme will move such that her like her sword is between him and his armor and weapons.
Oh yeah, no, he
She's
doesn't
not-
make a move. He
yeah.
doesn't make a move for him.
All right.
Yeah. He seems very despondent. He's basically seems to have already assumed there's no way he could beat you. So, yeah.
I'll bad guy walk into the room.
Bad guy walk.
Is this where you monologue?
Theme doesn't like killing people in cold blood, so she's not going to kill him, but she
Yeah.
won't stop you.
Alright,
Zeta will
here's-
kind of like peek behind the door, look around.
He just looks real sad.
You've offended all the wrong people. Any last words?
You could be better than this.
Theme would just look to Argos.
I look back to Valen, look back at him. What did you do anyway?
To them or to Ithera?
Suppose both.
The lord I served was insulted by a poor child who stole food from him. I was instructed to beat the child until he was dead, and I refused. So I was thrown on a ship and sent here, where they send all their prisoners. And once here, my only chance at survival was to make it through the Blood Games, where I killed people that didn't deserve to die. And now that I'm in here, I'm just trying to change this place. It's like an overgrowth of cancer. It just gets worse and worse. And Jackknife is at the center of it. He's organized chaos and malice here. He's created a system that keeps the people in check with violence and fear and death. And it makes bad people worse, and there's no chance for reform, and anyone who gets here who is innocent is almost immediately killed. It's an environment where only the truly despicable can survive.
God damn it, Argos, this is why I said not to talk to him first. Valen closes the door.
We need more than just you to take care of this cancer. They haven't
And-
invented a cure for cancer yet, and I just start walking up to him with my dagger.
Perhaps places like this are a necessity to keep it all contained in one place, so it does
Look.
not spread to the more civilized sections of the world.
You still loyal to royalty over there?
I'm not sure anymore. Not after what I've learned.
What about the princess?
I've never met her myself. But this place, it's like the other side of a coin. Ithera can only exist as it is because of Tella. They're still sending people here. They know what this place is. They know it hasn't been a prison for a long time. But this is their garbage heap. It's where they send anyone that they don't think fits the mold. It's why Ithera is so pretty and clean and perfect, and everyone seems so happy. There's no overpopulation, no slums, and no poor. Because the poor are thrown on a boat and sent here if they refuse to work the fields.
How
Because
long have you been here?
I've been here about 4 months.
So if you change this place, then what happens to Ithra? All that trash starts piling up there instead.
That's
Well,
what they
starting to look a
deserve.
lot more like Avenai.
That's what they deserve for doing this to people. Sure, a lot of the people sent here deserve it, but many of them don't. And they're just eaten by this system that Jackknife's created. The fucking blood games, it's control. It keeps the outside population from growing too large to challenge him, and it gives them hope of a better life. They fight each other and kill each other over this hope, instead of banding together to bring him down. Meanwhile, on the inside, the blood game serves as a reminder to the audience living in the interior that things could be worse, so that they never challenge the system or him. Jackknife is very intelligent. He's created a system that is equally evil as it is brilliant. And I have my doubts that I'll be able to do much, but I'm going to do what I can.
Well, let's just hope that your death here doesn't go in vain.
Even after this, you're still going to kill me.
I look to everyone.
Unless you can provide us another route to talk to Jackknife.
Well,
I cannot.
talking to Jackknife is not our end goal. Our end goal is finding the princess and the queen. So if he has another route for that, we have no loyalties to Jackknife.
Could you help us find the people we're looking for?
Perhaps. Who are you looking for?
Princess Antea and her mother, the queen.
Here? I haven't seen or heard anything about them in my whole time here.
Well, apparently she came through here.
Like a
We're
few
trying to-
days ago, tops.
We're trying to follow her footsteps.
Actually, you guys, it would have been like a week ago. Alright, you guys were in Southport, and she was in Southport. And
Took us 3
Yeah,
days
around-
up, 3 days down.
3 days up,
Yeah.
a day there, 3 days down, and then there's the sailing trip, which she
Well,
also.
that means we're like a
Yeah.
week
You're
behind
like
her
a
then.
week, you're basically 1 week behind her, almost exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, a week.
It's fine, he says. If it wasn't you, it probably would be someone else. But together, we might be able to start some kind of a revolution here. 5's a lot more than 1.
So
a
you're
lot
the
to-
only one on your cause?
I mean, do the
Not-
rest of the people even want a revolution?
It's not exactly easy to come out to people about this sort of thing in an environment like this without getting targeted. And I thought I was being careful, but apparently I wasn't careful enough. Since you're here. I mean, if I had just gone around asking people if they felt like overthrowing Jackknife, then there would have been assassins after me day 1.
Look, we don't need a revolution at this point. We just want to find who we're after.
I understand. And if it wasn't you, it would just be someone else, so I don't blame you. But perhaps you'll remember what's happening here. And someday you'll find it in your heart to come help these people. And remember that Ithra is just the surface. Tell us how Ithra is able to keep clean and look so nice and good. It's not what it looks like. Don't accept that island to be as much of a utopia as it pretends to be. It is a utopia on the corpses of all the people that they've sent here.
Alright, well, yeah, I look to the party and just give him a nod, questioning look.
Yeah, I'll give Argos a nod.
He won't respond. She'll just defer,
I look to Xeta.
abstain.
Zeta just looks down.
Alright, I'll give you a quick death.
Very well.
I don't really know what that means, so just like holding the dagger, like I don't know if I can give him a quick death. I guess I'll like.
Alright,
Okay.
Valen
Grab
seems
his
Argos
blade.
like quivering, and he walks up, takes the dagger, and does it quickly.
Just coup de grace him.
Yeah.
Alright. Yeah, I mean, you're able to sneak attack, so, like, you can pretty handily just, like, end this guy.
Seems
So,
kind of makes a face, but doesn't say anything.
Yeah, you, like, slit his throat deep or something, and he's out pretty quick.
I could have done that, Valen, but I just didn't know. Never really slit someone's throat. I might have had to take a couple whacks.
Yeah, I didn't want him to suffer any more than he had to.
So the room is covered in blood now, and you've got this guy's corpse.
And let's at least take his armor and weapons. Want to grab those, Theme?
Why?
Proof that he's dead.
I mean,
I suppose
that's
that
not gonna
makes sense.
prove anybody that he's dead. We could take his armor, his weapons, and let him go.
Want me to cut off his head?
What sort of armor and weapons does he have?
Well, he had a copus, which is basically the fucking longsword of this.
Yeah, that's the rapier of this.
Yeah. He had a copus, and he had a chain shirt.
Okay. Yeah, I don't.
Both
Seems-
bronze.
Seems just shakes her head.
No, I'm not interested in it.
There you go. I mean, you can throw it in a bag and throw it in your fucking stash on your ship.
Yeah, I figure we could just sell it.
Yeah, you've got a bunch of other fucking armor and weapons on there too. So,
He didn't have any coins on him or anything, even if searching his room.
give me an investigate, because that was just the shit that was like on the floor. So if you want to
Right.
search his body and room, then
I'll search under the
look.
bed and yeah, stuff like that. You just want to give me
Oops.
advantage on it? Oh, you're gonna. Oh, okay. You're just gonna roll fire.
I
Well,
didn't
Themes-
mean to roll twice.
Theme's not
23.
too into looting this guy.
I'm like checking in the mattresses and
There
under
there
drawers.
might be useful information if we look around. It doesn't hurt to look.
I'll shoot my sword and get my spear back out.
I think we should sell this stuff. I don't think we're in a position to leave loot lying around. Just be grabbed up by some cracknetters.
all right, there you go.
What does the
Yeah.
letter say?
I was just gonna throw it. I was just gonna burn it.
I don't need that shit on my mind.
The letter says, "Please come back soon, Daddy. Mom says you're out at
Just
war,
burn it.
but
Stop reading.
we miss you so much.
Stop
Please
reading
come
it.
back."
Just burn it. Burn it. Burn it. We'll split the gold. Alright, how do you divide 19 gold by 4 people?
Not evenly.
Not evenly.
One person gets 4 and the rest of us get 5.
Alright, I'll be the champ and take 4.
Wow, you're a real pal.
Okay.
Real hero.
It's true, gentlemen.
Man, I just burned a guy's letter from his wife and daughter. I don't know if gentleman's the right word.
If he
describe.
wanted to affect change, the best place to do it would have been Ithra, not here.
Well, the problem is that he couldn't get to Ithra.
Well,
Alright.
job's done. Let's move on.
I'm gonna
Back to
take his
bench.
head. There's a bag with a Medusa head or whatever, siren head. And I could throw his head in there too.
I think Bitch will know that he's dead. She didn't ask for any proof or anything.
I don't
need
wanna
to
be
make this
seen
more
carrying that
gruesome
around.
than we have to.
Wait, she also didn't want it connected to her, so I don't think she would want a trophy of any kind.
Right.
Or for
Alright.
people to see us carrying his head to her.
Okay, I guess once I grabbed the money and distributed it out, burned the letter, I'll leave the room and class precipitation clean up all the blood from us.
All right. You head out.
Yup.
There's. I'll try to put the
Alright.
door like on the hinge, like just kind
Yeah.
of lean it up against it.
No, you make your way back to Bitch, and she is at the base of the tower that she was at the top of before, and she's like making her way to the central tower.
Oh,
She
okay.
kind of nods at you guys on her way over there and motions for you to follow her.
Okay.
I'll catch up like a trained lapdog.
I take it you took care of things?
Yep.
Valen nods.
He nods.
Take his belongings?
You know,
Good. That's good. It'll just look like a robbery. Nothing unusual here.
Did we take his weapon and armor?
Yeah, you
I
did.
mean,
Okay.
Just to put it on the fucking boat, basically.
All right.
So she leads you inside of the big central tower. Xeta, you were in this tower last night.
Ah.
So the big central tower of this prison has a spiral staircase leading up, and it's like lined with prison cells that have been repurposed for various purposes. And it goes all the way up to the top, which is the warden's office, where presumably Jackknife is now staying. But also, the spiral staircase goes down underground, and it stops pretty short at a door that is thoroughly chained and locked up, like all over.
What's down there?
Nothing's down there.
Okay.
Valen looks at Zeta like, why the hell do you care?
Anyway, Jackknife is up at the top. You can go see him now if you want.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
With a nod, start making my way up.
Alright. You guys are heading up. You guys, on your way up, you're pretty private, because you're kind of like walking along. And it's a tall staircase. There's no one in earshot if you guys want to talk.
I was in this tower last night in my vision, and I saw the door that's downward. It's chained up.
Oh.
Is that why you asked about it?
Yeah.
Well,
So
next
we're
time if you're
not-
planning on breaking into something, I wouldn't ask about it the day before. Because I presume you want to go rescue her, or at least see what was down there?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, well, if we do that, we're gonna have to make a quick escape, because she's gonna know that we know.
Wait. Do we have any idea what this queen, prior queen, looks like?
No, we don't.
Or
Did-
if it's that silver-haired girl that you saw?
Yeah, did she have any... Could you tell if she was related in any way to Antea?
I mean, Princess has like brown hair, right? She has silver hair. That's
She also looked a bit too young as well.
yeah. Not unless her mother looked really good for her age.
Hmm.
Maybe it's someone else.
Let's stay on task here. Jackknife, princess.
Might be fun to plot an escape on the way out.
Alright. You guys reach the door. Do you like knock or do you just open it? What do you do?
Yeah, before we go in, I just want to whisper to Zeta, like, don't ask about it if we do want to go down there. I'd like to have less people know about it. So try to keep it on the DL if you can.
Zale will just nod.
Alright. Do you head
I
inside?
guess I'll not. It's rude to not
Okay.
not.
Yeah.
I've got a crowbar.
Yeah. You hear come on in. Come on in.
Alright, I'll give it an open.
Alrighty, you step inside a room that looks a lot like this. And clearly used to be some kind of a warden's office, but now there's a whole bunch of junk in it, like piled up on the walls, hanging from the ceiling. Just like stuff that's been collected. And sitting on a stool with a knife, carving a block of wood, is this gentleman.
Mm-hmm.
Nice place.
Thank you.
You jackknife?
The one and only.
Good. So I assume you're gonna want to know why we're here. So I'll get right to it.
You looking for the chick? Brown hair, right?
Valen gives a nod, yeah.
Theme takes off her helmet again. This one?
Yeah. That's uncanny. She your sister?
Nope. I'm apparently her doppelganger.
Hmm.
And her body double on occasion.
Alright.
You know where she went?
Hmm. Well, he kind of like sticks the knife into the like stool he's sitting on, and he turns to face you. Not exactly how things work here. Nothing's free.
Alright, how much for the information?
I'm a collector. You got anything interesting?
I give a smile and throw him a sack.
You're all breaking up, Matt.
Oh no. Yeah, am I better? Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. I give a big smile and I throw him a sack.
Yeah, he opens it, and he's like, "There's a lady's head." He pulls it out, and the jaw like hangs open. It's like a lamprey mouth, and the eyes are like all weird and yellow. And he's like, "Oh, fuck yeah, I'll mount this sucker."
It was screeching off one of the islands we passed by, and we ended its life.
All right, deal. He like,
Aha! I
he
knew
like-
that would come in handy.
Wow. Theme just kind of looks at you like you've been carrying that around this whole time.
he pulls out like a slab of wood, and he starts carving like a mount, so you can mount the head on his wall, like a deer head. And while he's doing that, he says, "Your girl came through here about a week ago. She spent 4 days prepping, got together a bit of a crew, and then she set out across the island. It was about 3 days ago that she left on foot with hired guards from the interior.
What else is on the island?
Jack shit. Monsters, pretty much.
Monsters?
Yeah, it's just fucking rocky canyon, crag. There's nothing. It's miles of nothing except fucking giant rats, giant spiders, all kinds of shit out there. I don't know what the hell she's looking for, but it's a whole lot of nothing unless you're looking to die."
Sounds like a walk in the park.
So what exactly did she ask you about? Couldn't she have just hired the guards by herself?
She asked me if I had seen a woman,
Kind of woman.
older woman, brown hair, but I
Have you?
hadn't. No, ain't seen nothing like that.
Apparently she must have gotten some kind of lead. Otherwise she wouldn't have set out like that.
Yeah, I definitely got the notion she was going somewhere in particular. Said she was looking for somebody out there.
Do you know who she might have talked to here in order to ascertain that location of that somewhere in particular?
She already seemed to know what she was looking for when she arrived.
And do you know what direction she went?
Yeah. He pulls out a map of Tella and pins it. I'm not gonna actually like hand out this to you guys because, like he said, the map is pretty much fucking barren. But he basically draws a little line across it, and he's like, she went that way through the middle of Tella. If you are curious, if you open up your maps, you just go to the Ithran Sea and you look at Tella. You guys are at like the far western tip of it, and you can basically assume the rest of the island is bullshit.
Okay.
And he drew a line like diagonally from the southwestern up to the northeastern tip. Like she went straight through the middle of it.
Okay.
It's at least a day's journey. If you're lucky, you don't get eaten or lost.
Does anybody go out there?
Nobody. No one goes out. There's no point. There's nothing out there but death.
Alright, well, we thank you for the assistance.
It's a good place to hide, though.
I think we have all we
What are
need.
you hiding?
Ain't my first rodeo. She's looking for someone in a place like this. I imagine it's someone who doesn't want to be found.
Fair enough. All right. Well, appreciate the information. I guess we'll be on our way.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. By the way,
Mm-hmm.
you kids ever feel like getting your hands dirty? I heard you're pretty capable. I might have a few things for you to take care of for me.
If we feel the inclination, we'll let you know. Right now we are on something of a time crunch. We have 3 days to make up.
Sounds good. Good luck. Hope you find her alive.
So do we.
That night. Before we go, are we welcome back in here, or do we have to do the games again?
No, you're good. Matter of fact, I'll do you a solid. Your ship's that dinky little piece of shit, right?
Yes.
Yes.
I'll have it marked so you won't be preyed upon by the, well, at least the pirates who are afraid of me, which is a good number of them.
Oh, that's very kind of you.
You know anything about that girl, Leaf?
She would take an interest in you guys.
That she did.
She's a curious one. Likes to get into trouble. Might be one of the more capable people on this island, but not a whole lot of motivation to do anything meaningful with it.
Interesting. Thanks.
Well, that's good. We left her in charge of security for our ship.
Well then, as long as she doesn't lose interest and wander away, your ship should be pretty damn safe.
Thank you for your time. And
Of course.
Look to see if the party has any last questions. I'm good here.
Nope. I'm good to go.
Nothing.
That was the longest thank you and goodbye, like, ever.
Have a good. Alright, you guys head back out onto the stairs.
Guys, we're making our way down. I just want to say, when do we want to break into the basement?
I'm imagining like you saying that out loud as we're walking out the door. So when are we breaking into the basement, guys?
Down the stairs. That same section was like quiet and stuff.
Yeah, no one can hear you while you're way up on the stairs. It's fine. I added Jackknife's mark to your Storm Rider sheet though.
Oh, excellent.
Status.
Thanks.
Leveling
Racking
our
up the
ship.
accolades.
Yeah.
It's also got stats now, like speed, hit points, armor class, and stuff.
Oh, nice.
Oh boy, that means it might get into combat sometime. Okay, cool. Damage threshold, what does that mean?
Large objects in 5e have a damage threshold, which means that anything that deals less than that much damage doesn't affect it.
Okay.
So in other words, like it has to be 10 or more damage in order for it to do any damage to the ship.
Alright, sounds good.
Right, perfect. But yeah, no one's answered my question yet. So what do you guys think?
I think he didn't know the exact position or title of the person we're looking for.
I don't think that's what he was asking, but
That wasn't anything I was asking, but I like the initiative.
do we really want to get wrapped up in that right now? Aren't we kind of busy?
Maybe on the way out when we're ready to hop ship. I feel
Yeah.
maybe a better time we can let the creature in the basement fester a little bit longer.
We are
Kinda
still
what
on
I
a
was
time
thinking.
crunch.
I just hope she can wait that long. Let's go.
I hope so too. She's lasted this long, so hopefully she doesn't get moved. Alright, I guess we're just gonna. You guys just ready to head right there, Paulo? You gotta catch up?
They will have taken several days to travel overland, so they would have had to set up camp somewhere. We might be able to find traces of that, unless we want to ask around town, see if anybody knew where they were going.
Couldn't hurt to ask a little bit.
Yeah, I feel like we kind of know. But there's nothing else, no landmarks that I know of.
Well,
Alright.
if there are no landmarks, it might be hard for anybody to give us an exact pointer then.
As you reach the bottom of the stairs, there's a scraggly looking fellow holding his ear to the chained up door you guys were looking at earlier. Like listening to it.
Seems just sort of glancing down there, but not saying anything.
Yeah, I want to eye him up and down. Any features of note on this guy?
Yeah, he just kind of like looks like a citizen of the interior.
Okay.
Pretty dirty and scraggly. But he's listening intently. He's quite curious. It looks like about or intent on trying to hear something.
I'm just gonna say out loud. Anything interesting going on down there? I yell down to the guy.
And he pulls away from the door and comes back up. He's like, I was just seeing if I could hear it for myself.
Hear what?
The Banshee of Tella.
Oh, I haven't heard of it. Tell
You
more.
You ain't heard the stories?
No.
No.
That down there used to be maximum security, back when this was still a prison. That's where they kept Jackknife and a handful of other prisoners. The worst. Apparently, when he broke out, he left the rest of them down there. Didn't want competition from people as dangerous as he was. He just locked it up and sealed it, and no one's gone down there since. It's been 12 years. Needless to say, starvation, dehydration, there's nothing alive down there. Supposedly. But apparently, for a while now, people keep hearing a female voice from deep down and in there. And if that is one of those people he left locked down there, then they've stayed alive without food or water in the dark for 12 years. Or maybe it's a ghost. That's why they call her the Banshee.
I mean, if everything's supposed to be dead down there, why is it still locked up? Maybe there's people down there that we don't know about.
Maybe. But I'm not about to try and unlock a door that Jackknife locked up. People leave it alone because they're scared of him. That's all there is to it.
I get that feeling.
Well, did you hear it?
No, I didn't hear anything.
Well, everyone's got to have a hobby. And I shrug. Look at the group.
Maybe tomorrow I'll hear it.
You check every day?
No, it's every once in a while when I'm thinking about it. One of my friends heard it once, and I called bullshit on him, but I don't know. I thought maybe I could hear it one day.
Does anyone even care if you listen at it?
No.
Let me check it out. I want to go put my ear up to the door.
Okay. You don't hear anything.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like that.
Let me see, and I'll go put my ear against the door.
Alright. You don't hear anything either.
Come on, we're losing time.
I don't know, your friend sounds crazy to me. Give that up.
Alright, well, we should be heading out.
For every sucker they talk into listening on the door, they put a tally mark on the wall.
Well, thanks for the info. Good luck with your ghost watching.
Thank you.
So do we want to try to head out now and make up the best time that we can, or spend more time here and try to get more info? We don't know where she went here.
My vote's just to go where she's going. She may need our help.
That was my thought too.
We've got a trail-ish.
I did want to consider all options though. But yes, I'm all for leaving right now as well.
Sure, let's go.
Water for the journey?
Do we have food, water? Yeah.
On the boat.
Which you'll have to go out there anyway because you have to leave the interior to go across the island. So.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, we can stop by the boat, grab some stuff.
Sounds good. Check in, make sure Leaf hasn't blown our ship into the wind.
All right. So you guys, do you head out of the tower?
Get out of the tower and try to get past the guards by the front door.
All right. Yeah, I mean they let you out. They're like, all right, and they let you out into the outer ring.
So, can we just come back as we please?
Yep.
Sounds good.
Excellent.
Then I can see all
Yeah.
the
Torches and
Our ghost
there
boat.
you go.
Just thought I'd let you know in case you didn't.
I think Zach could probably have seen it.
Oh, I noticed.
But...
But thanks for drawing attention to that.
No problem.
what Jeremy's here for.
I've got your back.
All right.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, let's head back to the boat. Let's get some food, some water. Do we have ways of carrying water right now?
Got a couple backpacks. I got a water skin.
Just put it in the backpack.
How big of a water skin is this?
It's a water skin sized water skin.
Mm-hmm.
It's a gallon.
Okay.
It's a gallon.
Where'd you get a water skin?
From the boat. It was on the.
Yeah, there's
offline.
one on the boat.
There was
One.
one water
Oh, there was
skin
only
in
one?
the Siren's Den.
We'll
and I
be
grabbed it.
sharing this stuff. I should have picked some up at Ithra.
I should be charging you to use my water skin.
Yeah, for real, you should. Don't though. The book doesn't say anything about how much a water skin holds. Oh wait, 4 pints of liquid. Okay. Yeah, okay.
Alright, let's go back to our ship and check in on Leaf. Because we're paying her by the day to watch our ship, right? No, she's doing it information, not gold.
I think it was a gold a day plus information.
Oh, okay, so we might have to...
It was gold today for watching the ship, then information for information.
How many days did we pay her for? You guys remember?
I didn't pay her for any days.
You haven't paid her yet.
Oh, okay, well, let's at least pay her some money to keep her interested.
Yeah,
probably, she might have already taken it out of our chest.
you get to your ship and let's see here. Leaf
It's
is nowhere-
gone.
Leaf is nowhere to be seen. The deck of your ship is splattered with blood.
That's not great.
Maybe that's the mark to scare away pirates. We never actually figured out what that mark was.
Or maybe that's the sign that Leaf was doing her job and did indeed protect our ship.
Killed some people that boarded the ship.
Alright, let's head down below deck and see what kind of damage is there.
We need to get a Warforged automaton to guard the ship.
You get down below, and Leaf is lounging in your supply room. She's got a mug out, and one of your barrels of mead has a lot less mead in it now. And she's like, "Hey, what's up? How's it going?"
What's with the blood?
Oh, some dude. Don't worry about it.
I'd call this a fair
Appreciate
exchange
it.
then.
I was gonna clean it up eventually, probably.
You take your time.
We're just picking up some supplies. Keep up the good work.
Yeah, sounds good.
I'll flip her a gold.
Cool. She bites it and then puts it in her pocket.
So how many supplies should we take here? It only takes a day to get out there. I don't think we need that much.
Oh, she's 3 days ahead of us.
Yeah, just in terms of time, but not really. She hasn't been walking for 3 days, maybe.
How long we plan on staying out there is the question.
Probably grab a few
Probably
days
like
of rations at
3
least.
days, 3 days each. Yeah.
Hey, if y'all don't know how long you're gonna be gone, I'll make you a deal.
Huh?
I will guard your ship until you get back. If you do me a little favor later,
Ooh, what's that?
I'll tell you later. But I won't charge you by the day. Cause I have a feeling that you guys aren't exactly loaded.
You have a correct feeling.
Does it involve murdering someone?
Probably not.
Oh,
We've done enough of that for one day.
Alright. Party. What do you think?
I'm in.
I'm gonna take 5 days of rations for myself.
I like her. She seems alright.
All right, Leafy, but don't push yourself. Don't push your boundaries too much.
All right.
Try to leave some meat for the rest of us.
We'll send you the bill to your room.
So 5 days rations have been removed for theme.
Wow. Okay.
Just to keep it even, I'll take 5 as well.
Okay.
All right. Well, that kind of enough food for me. I don't grab any.
Okay.
You don't take any food, you don't eat.
You're gonna eat 5 days in a 2 or 3 day trip.
If you're gonna stay, you're gonna work. You're carrying your
I'll
own
grab
food.
I'll grab 3 days of rations and roll my eyes.
All right. And how many days rations do you get, Xeta?
I'll grab 3 as well.
Okay. Cool. Updated.
All right, Leaf. Enjoy the life.
Will do.
Alright, well, let's make our way around the horrible, shitty prison place. Out
Alright.
into the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, you're kind of making your way around, going wide.
One hellhole to another.
Would you like me to take the lead?
Please.
That, or I can try and scout ahead.
So as you get to the other side, you begin to see kind of what it looks like out there. And it's it's as described, pretty much just like rocky crags, just like jagged stones. It's not a lot in the way of plant life, like almost nothing. Hard to get footing. There are like some pathways, but it's like pretty awful. It's like freaking Mordor without the lava.
And hopefully the orcs.
Yeah, it's just like this big, empty, rocky, spiky, difficult to traverse, just wasteland, basically. It's like nothing for miles.
Alrighty then.
Alright, well, off we go, I guess.
All right, let's take a 5.
Alright,
Okay.
sounds good.
You got it.
All right, you guys exit the outer ring, and a few no-gooders watch you guys walk off, and they're like, "Oh, those guys are totally gonna die. How do you think they're gonna die? They're gonna get eaten or poisoned or diseased?" And the guy's like, "I don't know, fucking all the above. Totally gonna die."
Theme will give her spears a twirl and a flick, and we'll continue on.
All right, so you guys start charting a course straight through the heart of Tella.
Navigator?
Cool, not Mordor tools.
As you walk, it's difficult to keep your footing on a lot of these areas. It's very jagged, not a lot of like flat space to just walk. It makes it a little slower going than it normally would be because you have to take your time, or you'll trip and fall, or you'll skewer your foot on like a big sharp rock or something. So
Ugh.
you can't just like full march. There isn't a road. It's very much like off-roading. So your feet start to hurt after a little while. It's in a pretty unpleasant journey. And as soon as the prison city kind of disappears behind you, you find that there's nothing around you. I mean, it is just like complete fucking barren wasteland. If someone got lost out here like without rations, they would just fucking starve. Like there's nothing. There's no plants. This is not like a place that someone could live.
Hmm. While we're walking through Mordor, can I have a conversation with Xeta?
Yes.
Yeah, while we're walking, maybe if we're taking a break to drink our water and kind of plot our course, up and down a treacherous ravine or something. I just want to say, hey, sorry you had to watch that back there with the knight. I hope that you can see we did a small evil in hopes to kind of help make the world a better place overall.
No, I understand. It had to be done. I'm just glad I didn't have to do it myself. Thank you, Valen.
Argos. Oh, Valen killed him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and Theme chimes in on that, saying, "If I'm going to kill somebody, they're going to be armed and they're going to be facing me."
Sometimes you gotta do shit you don't like to do.
Well, I just wanted I was thinking about it, and I mean, his dying wish was to make the prison place a better place. So once this is all over and done with, and there's a new government in charge, maybe we can use our new sway to help, make his dream a reality.
We can set our mind to that after the current task is done.
Once the government's in order and they owe us, maybe we can do something about Tella. Maybe provide more support to them, something like that.
That would be nice if we could.
Yeah, I'll make it happen. Alright, that's all I wanted to say.
Theme sort of sees Argos in a slightly different light now. Slightly.
I'm still evil as shit, don't get squishy on me.
Alright, break over, moving on.
Well, the rest of the trip is pretty uneventful. As you get deeper in, you start to see some things, though. Big, giant cobwebs hanging between some of the taller spiked stones. Like giant fucking spider webs, the size of houses.
Have we seen any spiders yet?
You haven't seen any spiders yet.
How close are we to long rest time?
It's the sun's getting low, and you feel like you're in the next couple of hours you're gonna want to set up camp.
Have we seen any bodies in the cobwebs?
You have yet to see a body in the cobwebs.
I would
Means
have
spiders are hungry.
I would have misgivings about camping here. I'll
However,
backtrack a little bit outside of their territory before doing so.
although you see way up ahead what looks like it might be a campsite, like maybe half an hour ahead. Like someone else's campsite. You're too far away to tell if anyone's using it right now or not. But it looks like someone, there's a cave where there's a fire pit outside, but it's not lit. But it's like a half-hour walk ahead of you, so it's pretty far away.
Well,
Let's push on there.
sounds good.
Yeah.
I was gonna say back up and camp outside the spider's territory, but if there's a campsite up there, then that means it might be a safe enough place to stay.
Either that or all dead already.
Yep.
We just get a big fire burning and keep it going all night.
So when you reach the campsite, you discover that let's see. Let me pull some stuff over here. Oh. There we go. That's what I wanted. Alright. Come on over.
Was this our cave?
Well, actually, you're still outside. The cave entrance is over here. I guess it ain't dark yet, so let me brighten that up for you. There you go. It ain't dark yet. So the,
Oh,
cave,
great!
the cave's over there, and that's the fireplace that's not lit. And you can't. The cave is dark, so you can't see what's in the cave right now. But you know, it might be people.
Are the blood and bones there?
Yeah.
Great. Yeah, this seems like a great place to sleep.
But they seem real. They seem really old. The blood and bones seem like they were here, you know, before.
Okay. I just want to triple check. I know it's kind of a stupid question, but it's definitely been an hour since the fight with the knight, right? It's been like 5 or 6 hours.
Oh yeah, easily.
Fight. Fight.
Fight is a strong word.
Yeah. Okay.
Xeta.
Because they just asked for false life.
Xeta, can you do me a favor?
Yeah?
Valen picks up a rock. Can you light this up?
Sure thing.
Valen's gonna walk up next to Theme and throw the rock as far into the cave as he can.
All right, it flies into the cave and it bonks against the back of the cave, which is not that far in. It's about like that deep, like, about there. And it definitely looks like somebody, like some people set up camp in here at one point. Like there's some abandoned bedrolls, and it looks like the bedrolls are disheveled, like people were pulled out of them at night. There are 7 bedrolls, but one of them is notably much nicer than the other 6. Like a very high quality, and you actually recognize it as being like ether and silk, like it's lined. One of the bedrolls is super nice in the back. The other 6 are pretty shitty, like typical Tella shit. But no one's in here, and it looks like there might have been a fight, and people were like pulled out of their beds.
Oh no.
I don't love the idea of people being grabbed from their sleep.
They probably hold up in this cave because there's only one entrance. So, you know, strategically, it made sense.
If something's gonna
it's a
sneak
very-
up on us, it's gonna come from one direction.
It's a very small cave. There's only one way in. There's no, like, alternate route at all. So,
I mean, they weren't wrong in sleeping here.
yeah.
Can I take a look around, like up the cliff face, to see if there's any blood or scraps of cloth from someone, like
Oh, yeah.
just like do a complete 360?
Yeah, give me an investigate. Although it's starting to get dark out. So it's not going to be the easiest thing.
15. It's not too bad.
Okay. Yeah, it looks to you like there's like a little bit of a silk dress torn up over like up here, which indicates that someone who's very well dressed might have been taking that direction over the cliffs. But again, like it's now basically nightfall, so you get the feeling that this place is going to be pretty dangerous at night.
Well, let's start as big a fire as we can, I guess.
I agree.
Alright, I'll snap
Wood?
my finger and start whatever's left if there's anything to ignite.
All right, I lit it up, so your campfire's going.
Do we have
We're definitely taking
any
a
wood
watch
for the rest of
rotation.
the night?
Yeah, what's the watch rotation?
Is there wood for the fire to last the whole night?
There was some spare wood in the cave, so there's plenty.
Okay.
I can take first watch.
Alright.
I'll take second.
Don't
I'll
know
take
that I'll,
fourth.
I don't know that I'll get much sleep tonight in the first place. Alright.
Hope nobody's afraid of spiders.
No.
I try not to be afraid of anything. Don't always succeed though.
Alrighty. Well, Valen's gonna head into the cave until it's his turn to watch.
Yeah,
All
same
right.
thing.
Okay. Has it been 8 hours since the start of the day?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I'll cast Mage Armor in the form of like one of those cute like hats that have a little that like dongle off to the sides. It's like a nightcap. And I will go to sleep.
Sounds good.
It's not real, so it's just like a little hologram of like a really cute little hat.
Mm-hmm.
Theme's gonna sleep in her armor, like with her shield and spear, like holding onto them.
Is it creepy that I want to sleep in the princess's bedroll? It looks really comfy. No one objects, so I hop in.
it smells good.
Yeah, I'll sleep in it.
Alright. So you guys are asleep. About an hour and a half into Xeta's watch. Give me a perception check.
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
Don't oh yeah me.
Uh-oh, I see it!
Alright, so... Here we go.
Oh, yeah. I saw it. I see it. Shit. Of course it had to be spiders.
Alright, so there's some really big spiders. They're like bigger than horses. And you hear them coming.
Guys! There's
Theme like
bugs.
Wake everybody up.
Yeah.
Yep.
Already?
Get the fire going.
I mean, it's going. Alright, roll initiative, folks. She's waking y'all up.
Already?
Do we have any torches we can light and just like sort of toss out towards the entrance to ward them off? Oh
A
wow.
couple torches.
Great, we're getting all our crits out of the way now.
Yeah.
We're gonna murder these things.
Yeah.
Except for you.
Won't be the first time we've murdered somebody today.
Doing somebody's some things. Whoa. It's gyrating over there in the corner. You're gyrating.
I had to move him up in order to add him to the turn because of the way they set this up, which is dumb. I shouldn't have to tell you that full 20. Goes without saying that it's fucking unintuitive. It's still the best thing that we have, though.
Yeah,
Like, by far.
not saying much.
Alright, folks. Valen, go. Xeta wakes
Alright.
you up.
Do I see a spider? You're out of the
do
cave.
Do you? I guess there's one above you, but it's kind of a weird angle for you to see it. And the other two are across the way. No, you don't see any spiders where you are right now.
Alright, I will cock my crossbow and ready a shot for if I see a spider.
Got it.
You specify a big spider, otherwise you'll like shoot a little tiny 1-inch spider on the ground.
Alright, Xeta, you have a feeling you guys are being besieged by quite a few horrible monsters.
Joke's on you. The little tiny spider's the one that's gonna get you in the night.
Little tiny one.
Not little Jeffrey.
I'm going to let me think.
How we kicking this one off? What you got?
I'd say move deeper into the cave, get behind us.
Yeah, that might be a solid. Ow! Stupid cat.
Send cats after him, they're vicious.
She was crawling up my leg. You know what? I'm gonna cast Bless, and then I'm gonna go deep into the cave.
Are you doing the selfless bless?
Selfless Bless.
Aww.
Alright, everyone but you.
Just stay all the way at the back.
Alright. Time for a spider.
Itsy bitsy spider crawled up the mountain cave. Oh, he's hauling.
Yeah, he is.
Do I see that spider now that he's in the light?
You can totally see him now, yeah.
Fuck you, spider!
Ruta!
You hit him.
Alright,
Do 8.
I do 8 damage.
Shoot!
Alright, Argos.
I'm gonna stand up, making sure to not disturb or tear the silk sleeping bag. And then I will
Cost all of your movement instead of half.
all of my movement to carefully slide out junction and not tear anything. And then I will firebolt the spider that just got you with a shot with a crossbow. Oh, plus. Give me plus.
Hashtag bless.
Hashtag 14 plus.
That hits.
8 fire damage.
Well.
Damn.
Bless.
Hashtag blood. That's my turn. You will not harm the sleeping
Yeah.
bird.
Here's another one.
This one drops down in front of,
Wow!
like in front of the cave entrance,
Get off of us!
and it attacks. Well, Theme and Valen are kind of. It'll go for Valen. He's like right there.
That's
Yeah.
juicy.
Missed.
Right, Theme is a fucking
I'm
spider
Having
hanging in
this
front of
thing. Yeah, I'm attacking this damn spider. Holy shit.
It's like hanging by its web in front of the entrance. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hashtag bless.
Plus.
Oh, bless. Right. Yeah!
Oh.
It hits because of bless again.
I feel like we should give Xeta all of this damage because like none of it would hit without her. So
Yeah, those last
Yeah,
two
for
attacks
real.
would have missed otherwise.
yeah, so
Yeah.
chalk the 14 damage to Xeta.
Yep, that's my turn.
Alright, Valen.
Alright. Valen's gonna ditch the crossbow for now, pull out his sword, and he's gonna try to slash at this thing and hopefully hit. So is a 19. Don't
That
think I
hits.
need the bless. Awesome. I'm assuming I have sneak attack here
You do.
for a total of 10.
Alright, nice.
And then as a bonus action, I kind of grab Theme on the shoulder and go, "Get that fucking spider!"
What do you think I'm doing? I've already stabbed it once.
Alright, Xeta.
She feels inspired.
What?
Bardic Inspiration, that was him role playing.
Oh, cool. Bardic Inspiration, awesome. I can choose to use that after making a roll, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. And is it a D6?
D6, yeah.
Okay.
Well, the guy who's so lovely hanging in front of us. Give me a dex save.
Good roll.
Alright, it ignites in gold sacred fire and flumps to the ground, and it does that thing where its legs like all curl up. You know, like it's on its back curled up. Yep, there you go, it's dead. Got him.
Killer fire!
Alright, this one closes in. And it goes for Theme.
Ooh, that hits.
Give me a con save.
A
No!
lot of damage.
No!
That's a lot.
Alright, the poison damage is cut in half. So
Okay,
it's
four.
6 plus 4, and you are not paralyzed.
Okay, good.
Oh.
I love how Matt always cracks up as soon as a monster in my campaign shows what it's able to do. Matt always loses his shit because he's like, "Oh, okay,
It's unleashed its trump move of the poisonous bite. The paralyzes.
all right, cool, great."
I'm gonna try to firebolt it. Stop chewing on my friend. Ooh.
Ah!
That just
Hey,
goes way past, just sails
Very
off into the
missed.
distance over here.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna back up against the back of the cave.
This one comes in for Valen.
Oh, thank you.
Huh?
Oh, thank goodness. That's a
All right, Theme.
Alright, I'm going to use Second Wind. First of all, that is 6 health back. And then I'm going to Great Spear this one that's going after Valen.
Gonna split the damage.
What?
Don't split your DPS.
Nah.
Maybe I don't think
Hashtag
I.
bless
on,
and
hang on.
hashtag.
Bless.
And Bardic Inspiration. for
I don't
everything.
know. Should I do Bardic Inspiration?
I don't know about that
Well,
one.
On
Mark.
an 8? I don't
No,
know.
it's
I don't know
an
if I want to
8.
use it. I'm gonna action surge.
Alright.
Okay.
A great spear.
Oh, bless. Bardic
11.
inspiration.
It doesn't.
Bardic
Yeah.
inspiration.
Bardic inspiration.
That's a D6, right?
Yep.
There you
Okay.
go.
Okay,
so
now you
15.
hit.
All
Wow, you
right.
needed a lot of help to hit that thing.
And for three damage.
All of that for 3 fucking damage.
Stab. Action surge. Bless. Bardic
Wait,
damage.
which one did you hit? The hurt one or the full health one?
The one that was, yeah, the one was going after Valen.
All right, the
Yes.
full health one. Cool.
Yeah,
Alright,
Yeah,
Valen.
trying to draw it off of Valen, trying to
Sure. Sure.
Thanks.
All right, Valen.
I just blew all my resources right there, though.
Literally everything in that one turn.
Yep. Level 2, baby.
Uh-huh.
Those were like all my resources this third turn. I was 20th level too. That was amazing.
Okay, I have resistance against being frightened.
I don't think they're trying to break you. Trying to eat you.
So Valen is going to kind of stand in place, and he's going to like kind of crouch down and jump up to like the ceiling of the cave. And as he hits the ceiling of the cave with his feet, he's going to kick off to the left and fly over this spider and slash at it as he's going over.
I'm pretty sure I get an attack of op for that.
No, I have no attacks of opportunity when I use this.
Oh, nice. All right.
Imagine you like bounce to the ceiling and they're there. It's like, what are you, a freaking hamster?
It's like the most OP thing ever. Like, what is this thing?
Well, you hit thanks to bless.
Again. Hashtag
Yep.
blessed.
Hashtag blessed.
And sneak attack. And Zephyr
This guy's
strike.
easily dead. Yeah, you splatter him. In fact, you cut him, and spider guts just soak theme head to foot. Just fucking boom.
Oh, sorry about that.
Focus, thing doesn't even like flinch. She's been sprayed with blood and guts before, she's not bothered by it.
Alright, Xeta.
Alright, well, I guess this one needs to give me a dex save.
Alrighty. No sleepy time. He failed. So. Boom.
Whoosh!
Argos. Oh, there it is.
On fire.
Here come the cantrips. Alright.
Pew! Pew!
Alright. Well, it's gonna go ahead and press in a bit. Because there's
Yeah.
the cave entrance is more than one person wide.
Yeah.
It's gonna go for this scrawny fucker who's shooting fire at it.
No!
Alright, Argos.
Oh,
Give me that butt.
Yeah, mage armor, right?
yeah, my butt. It's my butt.
Oh, that misses because of mage armor.
But I
That
cast
was.
The
yeah.
knighty deflects it! Little ball just goes wild, scares it off like a predator.
Yeah. Yep. Alright,
Good thing you
team.
cast that before you went to bed, yeah. And
did.
this thing's crawling over me, I'm just gonna stab this guy. Like,
Yeah.
no, you will address me.
You hit him. Nice. Alright.
This many.
Valen.
Alright, Valen's gonna run back in. Try to finish this thing off.
Hashtag
No,
Let's sleep bless. I don't know about this.
Not even with bless.
No. Okay.
Not quite. Yeah. Xeta.
Alright.
Burn or sleep or what are the other options? I don't know. Those are like the ones.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna sleep it.
Okay, I think you have a very good chance of succeeding.
I feel like you
Let's see!
pretty much guaranteed.
Yeah,
Oh
no,
my
it's
goodness.
asleep. It's very much asleep.
He goes to sleep and then Valen goes to sleep too.
No, I mean I assumed she would target it for it
Yeah.
because you can easily put it like over here and then only against the spider.
And I'll
Okay.
plunge my dagger into its spider heart.
Yeah, it's asleep, so you guys can literally just take your time lining up whatever a bunch of coup de grace. Yeah. So it's
I almost got to learn about my demigod power. Not quite.
Another day.
Alrighty. Nice.
Poison.
You dealt with the spiders.
Well, back to bed.
All right. Thanks for that. Leave the bodies out as a warning to the other spider kind.
Keep your
Sounds-
weapons nearby. There might be more of them.
Well, the rest of the night goes by uneventfully. You rotate your watch, everyone gets a good night's sleep. More spiders do not attack you, possibly because there aren't that many of them in this small area, or maybe because the corpses are actually intimidating.
Yeah, we should have spiked them.
But eventually you guys wake up, it's morning, and you're good to go.
Awesome.
Long rest.
While I was sleeping, I had a thought.
Yeah.
They were ripped out of their beds. Maybe they didn't have a chance to grab all their belongings. So, gonna search the cave to see if anyone left any belongings.
Yes.
Would you like an investigation?
Yes.
Can you give him a good old slap?
Oh,
Yes.
I love a good morning slap.
If I see Argos doing this, I'll give him a hand.
20.
Teams are still watching for more spiders.
Oh wow, way to show me. Even with the slap, you did better.
Ooh, water skins.
10 days of rations?
I want to grab the silk handkerchief.
Alright.
How about the two of you that only brought 3 days? Take one or two of
Alright.
the rations, and then
But I didn't mark one, so I'll go 3 down to 2, and then I'll take 3. I'll take 3 out of the 10.
Yeah, everybody
Guys, I have
everyone
I have
mark
3
one.
water skins now.
Why did you take all 3? Crazy guy.
I'm taking a water skin.
Can I take the bedroll too? Can I like roll it up really carefully?
Yeah. You can add the silk bedroll.
Oh, it's like the best loot in the cave.
It's yeah.
So I consumed a ration, then is everybody taking 2?
I took
And then-
I took
and then
3
the remaining-
because I ate one.
I was gonna say like everybody take 2, and then the two of you that only brought 3 take an extra one.
That sounds good.
So then Xeta and Argos should be at 5.
Yep, everybody else, and me and Valen will be at 6.
Yep. Okay.
Perfect. Yep. Everyone has a water skin now. Alright, I'll take mine back.
Okay.
Is there water in the water skins?
Yes. Oh, one of them has mead.
Oh,
Hmm.
one of those guys.
Who got the
Yes.
mead one?
I don't know. It's a princess into that. Maybe a ruffian. No one wants the armor. Can we? I don't really want to carry around all that loot while we're hiking through
Not
this.
carrying
the
around
mountains
4
or
letters.
whatever.
Zeta got the mead one.
I thought you were talking about the adventuring party before us, not us. Oh, Zeta gets the mead. Lucky her. All right, I want to walk
Zeta,
up.
your water skin has mead in it.
I will casually sip from it. And enjoy.
And she'll just say, "Yeah, water."
Yeah.
Just
It's definitely water.
just a quick little purify food and drink, and then yeah.
I didn't say that, but
Oh, you're not gonna purify it.
I
You're just
will.
gonna
You
drink
could
it.
have, you could have back. What if it has backwash?
Oh, gross. Never mind. Definitely purifying that shit.
All right.
That's purified backwash. That's a whole different spell.
No, it purifies it of everything, including backwash.
Okay.
So are we able to follow the direction that the
Yeah, can we
spiders
climb that
took the people?
sheer.
Yeah, you manage to kind of go down the side of the cliff, and you find yourself in front of a spider web that has what looks like there used to be a human body cocooned here, but the cocoon was cut open by like a sword,
Oh, wow.
and the person is missing.
Well, that's
Just-
good.
Just one cocoon though, not like 7.
Just one. It's possible that different spiders took different people.
Any trail from the mysterious savior on which way they went?
There isn't. However, you notice perched on a tall, stony spike, a little ways away from you, just kind of watching you guys, is a really big raven. Not like magically big, but just like big for
Like a
raven.
large male adult.
Yeah,
Raven,
yeah, just like a large male adult raven. It's kind of perched on one of the stone spikes. It's watching you very intently. It's the first sign of life you've encountered that wasn't like, you know, a giant spider.
Cool.
Hi
Well,
there, birdie.
shall we continue on?
I think it's. Can anyone talk to animals?
Well, we left our druid back at Ithra.
It flies away and then lands on a stone spike like 40 feet away, and then it keeps staring at you.
I feel like we
You
should
just-
follow the bird. Do you wanna just?
Yeah, team will start heading that direction.
We're gonna be going on a wild raven chase.
Wild bird chase.
Wild bird chase. All right, we'll follow it, I guess.
All right. Well, it leads you for quite a while, like across the island.
Guys, how do we know we're going in the right direction?
I mean, we don't, but we don't have a better lead than a mysterious bird.
Not like we have a compass or anything. Like,
We do have a compass.
Eventually, you come into view of some trees. They don't look especially healthy. They're kind of like graying, but there's definitely like plant life in this area of the island. Kind of isolated. You're pretty far away from the prison now. You're like at the other side. The cliffs are very high, and you see a waterfall coming down one of them, and next to it, there's a house up there, and the bird squawks at you one more time, and then it flies up there to that house.
Xeta,
Yeah.
does that house look familiar to you?
No, not really.
Okay, I just remember you telling us about that dream you had.
Yeah, but that was surrounded by mushrooms on a swamp.
Okay.
Well, let's go see who lives up there.
if anyone.
Maybe they rescued someone from the party. We can go ask them where they went.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, let's go check it out.
All right, you begin to make the climb up there. It's not easy, but with your combined abilities as level 2 player characters, I'm going to assume that you're able to climb a fucking cliff. But it's pretty difficult for some of the less athletic members of the party. But you've got stuff. You've got like things.
15 feet to chain.
Yeah,
And a 100-foot of rope.
you'll get it. You get it figured out. Like
I want to
you
cast
can-
mage armor while we're climbing up.
You managed to get up there. And when you get up there, you see an old man sitting on like the porch of this weird little house, and the bird has landed on his shoulder, and he looks like this.
Oh, look at the bird. He looks so cute on him.
This is bird.
Excuse me, sir. I think your bird was trying to tell us something. Did you ask him to bring us here?
Yeah. What y'all doing out there? You asking to get killed?
We're looking for someone.
Who that be?
Theme will take her helmet off. In anticipation.
Look just like this one.
Ah. Interesting. Alright then. Come on in. And he turns, and using his walking stick, he hobbles inside, definitely like favoring his right leg.
Okay.
And I'll
Team
just
will
like follow in, but still kind of trying to make casual conversation. Like, have you seen her?
Well, when you get inside, it's a pretty small place. And laying unconscious on a cot is Princess Antea. She looks not very well.
Oh no.
No.
Well, that was easy. Easier than expected.
Oh, that's her. Is she alright?
She got herself poisoned out there. I've been helping her recover, but she's in no state to go anywhere. Not anytime soon.
You think she's gonna make it?
Yes.
Okay.
Is there anything we can do to help?
Perhaps. She'll need a new escort when she's ready to go home.
How long you think that'll be?
I'd give it at least a week.
That's if she wants to go home. I have a feeling she didn't finish the
What she
mission
came
she set
for.
out to finish.
Yeah.
I don't have any doubt she was here for me, though.
Why? Who are you?
I used to be a friend of her mother's.
Oh, that makes sense.
My name's Old Max. That's what they call me. Or they did when anyone called me anything.
Well, it's nice to meet you, Old Max. I'm Argos. I appreciate you taking care of her.
Nice to meet you, Argos.
So what are you doing out here?
Kind of looks at you squinting. I'm just enjoying my retirement. And he uncorks a bottle that looks like kind of weird fluid, and he chugs it, and then his cough kind of settles down.
Is there anything you can do for her, Xeta?
I'm not sure. I can
Or for
try. Something tells me what he has I can't cure, but let me take a look at her.
All right, you take a look at her. She's definitely poisoned. Unfortunately, although you know how to cure wounds, you just have no idea what to do with this. It's a complicated condition. You don't have an antidote.
Can I do a herbalism check since
Give it a
Xeta
shot.
looks
Alright, can I tap him? Can I slap him?
Yeah, you can tap. him.
Alright. Big
Tap,
old slap.
oh.
Tap, slap. Big ol'
Ah, man, Argos.
I drop my kid on the ground and I have to pick it up and get frustrated and just put it away.
So old Max sits down and says, "Why don't y'all sit down? Clearly you're gonna be here a while. She just needs time." Besides,
Beam will lean her spear by the door and take her helmet off and just get comfortable.
we're not in a hurry anyway.
Well, we brought a little bit of food if you're hungry. I don't know if you get by well out here.
We got plenty. Don't you worry.
Well, it's very generous, Old Max. We appreciate it.
Boy, that is uncanny. Boy, he says to Valen. You wouldn't happen to be from Galeen, would you?
Why do you ask?
You ever know your father?
Nope. Well, why?
Well, about senses it. You're a spitting image of him.
Wait, how do you know my dad?
Oh, we used to get into all kinds of things.
What?
Wait, fate is funny, isn't it? Whew.
Wait,
So-
do you know where he is?
No, can't help you there.
Weird. How do you know him?
It's a very long story. I know a lot of people.
Like you said, we got time. I'm curious. Dylan doesn't really talk about his dad.
I'm curious too. That sheds a little bit of light on you, boy. You've been having some interesting abilities lately.
I guess you could say that.
Things you couldn't do before.
Over the past couple weeks, yeah.
You just go through something real traumatic, a real life upheaval.
Yeah, you could say that too.
Yeah, that would get it going, that's for sure. Oh, alright, it's decided. He leans back and puts his arms against the wall. I'm gonna teach you a thing or two. I'll help you get a handle on it.
Really?
It's what he would have wanted. That goes for all of y'all. Because I'm willing to bet that you're all in the same boat.
I'm sorry,
We were
Valen's dad.
until it sank.
Valen's dad's not my dad, sorry.
No, but what I mean to say is I can smell it on you.
No, that's just the
can
princess's handkerchief.
You can smell it on us?
Argos hasn't washed for days.
Magic. You're all drenched in magic. You're saturated in it. You smell like Oranos. Clearly you're mostly immortal, but not all the way. Not one of you. I can tell at a glance. It's obvious.
Obvious?
Oh yeah. Well, not to most people, but to me. But you're all clearly pretty new at this.
Look, can you?
I don't think I've done anything magical.
Yeah, you don't think so?
No, I mean, seems like just points to her spear and shield. Like, that is what I know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll admit. Your power is a little more mundane than the others, but it's there. Mundane ain't bad. Just simpler, more straightforward.
I like things simple and straightforward.
Mm.
So, look, I appreciate. Really, I just want to know more. Talk about much. So, anything that you could tell me would be really appreciated.
Mm. Well, now we don't have all that much time. He gets up and starts making his way towards the door. Because I've decided that you're going to take care of some things for me, but you're not ready to do that yet. You want to help Talia, right?
That's the idea.
Well, you ain't going to retake Ithra like that. You're green around the ears. You need to get a handle on things. Stop improvising. Learn how to use your gifts. He steps outside and puts his hand out, and one of the a sapling outside of the house grows to a full-grown oak tree in about 10 seconds.
Whoa!
Which explains the forest.
Oh my.
I'm a demigod, and so are you.
I mean, we had ideas about that, but how did you know so easily? And how come we couldn't tell that you were?
Experience. I've just been around a long time. And I guess I grew up in an age where our type was a lot more common. Anyway, I'll teach you a thing or two about how to use your gifts. But I'd also like you to think long and hard about how you should use them. He puts his hand on the tree and it begins to shrivel and die. You see the wood rotting and the leaves dying. Because magic is just like a sword. It can be used to do a lot of good in the world and a lot of evil. I know that more than most.
Food for thought. Good to keep in mind.
Noted.
My glory days are long behind me. And although Talia is a very close friend of mine, and I'd very much like to help her personally, unfortunately, I think this might be a job for the younger generation.
What are you suggesting?
Here, I'll mark it on your map. He heads over to your map and he marks a hidden island on your map.
Ooh.
Is that where Talia is?
This is where Talia is hiding out. Yep. Once we're done here, and Antea is ready to travel, you should head over there.
Okay.
But there isn't exactly a hurry. Right now we hold the cards. Ithra can't act as they are right now. With Antea missing, they're just scrambling to find her. So we're not under any kind of time pressure. Take your time, prepare, do it smart. The Empire shouldn't be underestimated.
Do they know where she is too?
No. But once she leaves that place, none of you will be safe.
Understood.
I'm assuming that you're not exactly friends with the Empire.
It's complicated. And he looks really sad all of a sudden. Like there's a lot of history there.
Whose side are you on?
I'm on Talia's side. She's a good woman. Deserves her kingdom back. And as of now, I'm on your side. You seem like good kids. And I was a good friend of your father. So I'm inclined to help you out.
Well, we appreciate it.
You seem to be helping Antea get over, her blight. Do you know my mother?
I don't.
Fair enough. Never mind then.
Anyway, make yourself at home. In the meantime, let's see, you. He points at Xeta. Come here.
Yeah. Yes.
Come out in the woods with me. I gotta show you something.
Okay.
That's creepy.
Listen for banjo music.
Alright, so he kind of... Well, he's not out of sight of you guys. Like, you
We're
can
keep
see
an
him.
eye on them. Like,
Yeah. He's just going, like, away from the house. So meanwhile, the three of you can see him, but do you want to talk about anything or do anything while he kind of, like, takes her off to do something?
Well, I guess I was going back and forth between believing and not, but I guess that sort of cinches it.
Yeah, definitely. I think Valen's gonna spend some time thinking.
Yes, Sam.
Alright.
is Antea wearing the clothes that she traded with me for?
No. Oh, yeah, she's wearing your clothes.
Okay.
Yeah, she absolutely is. Alright. So, Xeta, he kind of takes you away from the house, as though just to make sure that nothing happens to the house. It seems to be the implication. And, he kind of, like, stands in front of you and says, you met my bird, right?
Mm-hmm.
She's real nice. I was watching through her, watching y'all fight. And you seem to me like someone who is very useful, but a little bit hesitant when it comes to doing what needs to get done. Are you not a fan of violence?
No, not completely.
I understand that. But you're going to have to get over it. Each of you clearly need to learn something quite different. And for you, I think I need to teach you how to kill.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's not something that you want to do without thinking about it. I recognize the gravity of the situation, but you need to be able to do it. This little sacred fire thing you've been throwing around, it's pretty piddly. I can feel that your heart's not in it. You see, your magic is tied to your emotions, so if you don't really want to hurt someone or something, then it just isn't going to come out. You probably noticed that you're not really harming things the way your allies do.
Yeah, I know.
All right, see that tree over there?
Mm-hmm.
I want you to picture something you really, truly despise, that you feel no mercy for. I need you to solidify that feeling, manifest it, and I want you to try and cut that tree down without touching it.
So my anime montage is here. It's cool.
All right, what do you do, Xeta? Come on. What do you do? I'm waiting for you.
No, I'm reading something. Give me a
Oh.
sec.
Oh, okay. Can we come back to you?
No, I was just want to say something.
Okay, go.
Me. Alright. I'll have to try to take it down without touching it. And, Oh, that's the wrong one. There we go. That's better.
Oh, did you prepped that? Yeah.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Alright, so as you begin to cast Guiding Bolt, he actually catches your hand in his hand and interrupts you. Says, no, enough of this. Stop just throwing magic out of yourself. Like, you gotta focus on that area and try to create your... Try to solidify your magic there in the air. I'm not talking about something that you're shooting out of yourself. I mean something that's going to stay. Something that will remain there and continue to fight for you. Just try to focus on it, alright?
Okay.
This isn't something you already know how to do. That's the point of me teaching you.
Okay. So Zeta will stare at the tree, and she imagines the Empire. How they took everything from her.
Alright. So the three of you in the house are watching, and you see, nice little Xeta trying to get mad at this tree. But something is happening. There's kind of an invisible force over there that's sort of coming in and out of existence. And at one point, Xeta, maybe you imagine like your temple burning or the people close to you being killed. And a huge slash opens up in the tree, like bigger than what a greatsword would have done. But you don't see what did it. Whatever did it, like, dissipates very quickly. And just like, there you go. Weapon. Shit at it. Practice for a week. Bye. You did it. There it was. But you really got to work. You want to be... I've met your type before. You want to be merciful. You want to forgive everyone. But once in a while, you really got to just get pissed off. So, work on it. You've got time. All right. Try to keep that feeling in yourself so the spiritual weapon will stay and continue to fight for you. All right. He heads up the hill. Leave Xeta in the woods with her trees. What's Xeta doing in the woods after he walks off?
Screaming to herself, trying to fuel
Try to get pissed.
a little bit.
I mean,
know.
your spiritual weapon's kind of like coming and going, and occasionally it'll cut something up, but it's day one. You're having a lot of trouble like keeping it there. So Old Max heads up there and sits down across from Valen. Alright. So, I'm guessing that you've been experiencing some wind-related magic.
Yeah, you're right about that.
Yeah, that would explain. That would make sense. Well, your old man got a handle on his power through, that's probably not a healthy method, but the point is that for some people it can be easier to understand magic if you've never studied it or experienced it before through some kind of stimulus that you already understand. You know, a couple of your friends here obviously have been using magic their whole lives. What's her name? Xeta down there is obviously very comfortable casting. Same with your buddy over there with the book, but with the books. But for you, this is pretty new. So, do you carve? Do you weave? Do you play any instruments? Is there anything you could use reference for this?
I mean, I used to play the flute, but it's been a while.
Great. He gets out a piece of wood and he starts to carve a flute. Alright, so that's where we're gonna start. I want you to try to use the music as a way to translate your magic into something that's more grounded, that you can understand. Use the harmony to control it. Instead of just kind of pushing out your magic at whatever which way, I want you to put it into a frame of reference where you understand like what it really does and how. You need to.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You need to try to. So he carves up a shitty flute and gives it to you. Once you get a lot better with this, use music to do a lot that you've been doing for yourself and your friends. But it's up to you to discover what that personal.
Okay. Thank you.
All right.
Think about that.
What's your face? Antea's sister.
My name is Theme.
Yeah. All right, Beam. What is that? Like a gladiator name?
Yes, it is.
Oh wow. Okay. Well, come on out here with me. He hobbles his way out there with his stick, like favoring his right leg, and he kind of like almost falls over on his way out into the field.
Thema puts her helmet on and like thinks about it and does get her spear and shield and takes them out with her.
Yeah. He's like, all right. I want you to try and hit me with your spear.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
All right. I take no responsibility for any harm I might cause. Whoop.
All right. Your the tip of your spear sails towards him, and then his walking stick hits the side of it and deflects it just short of his side, and then he goes under you, and you all of a sudden his leg is like under your leg, and you find yourself face in the dirt.
All right.
That was close. You're actually really good, but
You're better than I give you credit for.
you're really good for an entertainer. You've clearly been taught how to be a performer, or to fight like a performer.
As she stands up, she sort of gives her spear like a twirl and flick, then realizes what you're saying and goes, no.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I bet you were real popular, but here's the thing. What I just did to you, it wouldn't win me any points with the crowd. Hell, in fact, it probably would make me real unpopular. It was dirty, it wasn't showy or flashy, and it was fast, so most of the audience probably wouldn't even know what happened. It doesn't make for a good show. But I would have won. So I'm not going to teach you how to fight like a performer. I'm going to teach you how to fight like a winner. Sometimes you have to get the spotlight off of yourself. Maneuvers that'll help your allies. The battlefield's a chessboard, and everyone you've got on your side is a piece. So sometimes it's better to create an opening for someone else, even though in the arena it would be a terrible idea to help your competition. You know, you got to get out of that Colosseum mindset. You have to be less a performer and more a commander, because you're at war now, and war is real different. Does that make sense?
Yes, I think so.
All right. And he kind of shows you how he did, like what he did. And then he's like, practice that for a bit. I'm gonna come back and spar with you after I'm done with your bookworm.
All right.
Alrighty. And then he heads back up and he tells Argos, hey, come down into the basement with me.
They kind of look. This place has a basement.
Yeah.
You ought to come down my basement sometime. I got a whole freezer full of boxes.
It's a wine. It's like a wine cellar. Come on down.
All right, old man.
All right. He heads down with you. And
Okay.
once you're down there, he slides a bunch of empty wine bottles out of the way and pulls an old dusty book out from behind them. And he goes and sits down on the table and he puts it on the table.
Okay. Is there another chair on the table?
Yeah.
All right, I'll sit down next to him and just kind of look at him expectantly.
You seem to me like you're familiar with magic, but not like... Is it Xeta? Am I getting her name right?
Even I can't pronounce it half the time. That's what I think it is right now. Yeah.
It's clear to me that she has earned her magic through faith, which is a good way to go about it.
Very
But
admirable.
you don't strike me as the type.
No, I believe that hard work is everything that you need to be able to do it.
Have you been notating your spells?
I have, but unfortunately I don't have much to work with. And I take off these like soaked run pages and like loose leaves of papers and just kind of like put it on this like moldy notebook on his desk. Don't have the best to work with. I was shipwrecked after all, but got a little bit of notes here and there.
I see. Well, I think I can help you with that. And he opens the book up, and it looks like a huge amount of the pages have been torn out of it. But what is in there is spells, and you see that the way that he's written them in there looks very practiced, like he has kind of a method and a system to it. And he says, as long as you take things down this way, you should be able to not only keep a handle on your own discovery of magic, but if you find similar books like this, you should be able to copy spells out of them as well. This is an imperial spell book. They're all written this way. It's standardized.
I see. And how did you become in possession of one of these?
It's a long, sad story.
I see.
But if you want, you can take it. It's mostly empty. They put way too many pages in these things.
No, I appreciate it. I'll take it and do it instead of like I don't know if it was facing him or me, but I'll like spin it around and kind of flip through it.
Cool. Yeah, you've got some first level spells in there. So you have Find Familiar and Grease, Identify, let's see, Shield, Unseen Servant.
Oh, okay. Some of those are different than what I have, so let me write those
Which
down.
it takes time and gold to copy them in a way that like you can use them.
Okay.
Yeah. Although it's your spellbook now, so they're already in there. So if you want, you can just add them to your spell list, because you're literally taking the spellbook and just
Okay. It'd be like if I looted another wizard spellbook or something like
and
that.
just use their spellbook instead of yours. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll read those spells over from the compendium then.
Sure.
But I kind of want to transfer my own spells and try to like that'll be my practicing is transcribing the spells that I have
Okay,
into
so there
his
will
spellbook
be
using
some
the
gold-
method.
There will be some golden time involved then.
Okay, I don't think I have the money for it though, so I might just have to keep it separate for now.
Okay,
But
keep it
would be
separate
like
for
a
now.
project, yeah.
Do it later, yeah.
I do want to ask him once he's done with his lesson and it looks like he's wrapping up. I do want to talk to him though.
Yeah, go ahead and talk to him.
Okay.
He'll yeah, no, go ahead.
So yeah, once I'm kind of like looking over the book and I close it and thank him again for his help, I'll just be like, I didn't start getting these powers until recently when I found something, and I'll rummage through my bag and set this like not very descriptive finger bone on the table next to the books.
Ah,
Do you know anything about that?
He inspects it closely, and one of his eyes glows briefly with what you might recognize as Identify. And he goes, yeah, that's about what I thought it was. That's a Finger of the Messenger. It's a very rare magic item.
What do you know of this messenger?
Well, you could only have received this if you went to Thanatos, or if a messenger was sent to you from Thanatos.
Well, I don't remember going there.
Well, I'll tell you what, this thing doesn't seem like it'll be of much use to you right now, but in time, you'll learn its power. If you ever dabble in necromancy, it should be quite useful.
I see. And what do you think of necromancy as a school of magic?
It's a tool. It's just like a sword or any other magic. You can use it for good or for evil. Trust me, the dead don't care anymore.
I see. Thank you. All right.
Alrighty. So, yeah, he continues to help each of you in your own way to kind of begin to get a grasp of your abilities. He's basically teaching. He's like teaching Valen how to inspire and how to like master his bard spells. He's teaching Xeta spiritual weapon, obviously. Theme would be learning some of her like battle master maneuvers. So for this reason, you're not actually leveling up this session, but you are each gaining like a little something. So, Xeta, you starting next session, you can do spiritual weapon once per day.
Oh, cool.
Theme, you know 2 battle master maneuvers, and you get 2 it's normally 4 superiority dice, right?
Yes, I believe so.
So then
Yeah.
you get 2 superiority dice.
All right, are they D8s?
Yeah, they're the normal. They're normally d8s, right?
All right, yeah, they are normally D8s.
Yeah. So then, Matt.
Yo, I already got 2 spells.
Yeah, you already got your spells. That's basically it.
Okay. And
Um,
information.
Yeah. And then for Valen, you can have another inspiration die, I guess. Wait, when did those come up?
I think first level, and they're based off of charisma.
Let me see here. Oh yeah. I'll give you another first level spell slot. You're kind of weird because you're multi-classing. So.
No, spell slot's nice.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna go ahead and leave off with you guys training with old Max
Okay.
while Antea recovers.
Sounds good.
Do we know where this? Can you show us where the island is? The mysterious island.
Yep. Let me get you that. Sorry for the short session. We have to get up tomorrow, but
No problem.
That's
this
all right.
was basically where I wanted to leave off, so it worked out.
Nice.
What do you guys think?
It was an awesome
Very
session.
cool.
I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, awesome.
Even though it was so short, you enjoyed it?
Yeah,
Yeah, it was still
absolutely.
really good.
Cool. What do you think of old Max?
Cool guy.
He's a mysterious dude.
I should have hit him with my spear.
You'd be
Shoulda, coulda,
surprised.
woulda.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Let's say my cool finger of the messenger. That sounds awesome.
Where's my goddamn map? There we go. Christ. Stupid fucking thing. Alright, there it is. I'll just show you guys tomorrow. I'll tell you right now where it is. I'll just put it on here. I'll like add it officially in a bit.
Okay.
I just don't feel like doing it tonight. It's being a pain in the ass. But let me
I just kind of want to get a general idea for planning purposes.
No, absolutely. Let me get you. Let me hook you up with that. Okay, here it is. Here's the C. Excuse me, Max.
It's okay.
And then let me make that smaller.
Big island.
That's
in the
a
shape of
huge,
an
yeah, that
X.
island. Oh.
It's right off the shore of Dimectus.
It's close by Damascus.
There's the hidden isle.
Okay.
Huh.
We can make a stop at Alendos on the way.
Yeah. They got
Maybe hit up
shipyards.
the,
Dry
hit up the
docks.
sea Damascus.
We can see the Snake Ladies of Nuri.
I don't think we want to go there quite yet. Those people scare me.
You haven't even met them. How do you know they scare you?
Did you see the
The
picture?
picture
It looked like
scares
the
us.
ring girl. If the ring girl had a snake body, there's nothing good to come from that.
Well, sweet.
Alright, heck of a session, Dan. That was awesome.
Cool. Alrighty. We'll end with each of you. You're all kind of like learning different things now. What are you guys gonna? So you're gonna be here for like the next week at least. So I'll just go around. Like Valen, how you doing with your flute? What's Valen up to? Like on the daily?
He's like tinkering around with it. He's definitely trying to familiarize himself. Like from memory, it's been a while. It's probably been 10+ years since he's like played a flute regularly.
But
so...
he discovers that he's starting to get a handle on it, like by playing the music and kind of like seeing his magic through that. He's able to like actually control it, and it's not just coming out.
Yeah, awesome.
All right.
He should actually be able to properly featherfall now.
Yeah.
Rather than drop everyone through.
Not that little stop and go feather fall that we were doing before.
The theme is basically sparring with old Max for the most part, although he sets her up against some trees at some point too.
And I mean, to practice the maneuvers that he's teaching her, she'd have to have a partner, like or somebody to fight with. She's used to fighting like on a team. She did that in the arena a lot, but there's always more to learn.
Yeah, so it's whatever. Like he's able to. Well, she can do maneuvers that will set other people up, even if those people aren't there.
Yeah, that's right.
Like they don't need to be there to take the opportunity. And then Xeta, you're in the woods cutting trees.
Yeah, screaming, concentrating really hard, trying to be angry.
How is she doing after a few days of that? Like, is she starting to get more comfortable with the notion of hurting people, or is she still like very uncomfortable?
She's very uncomfortable, hence the screaming. Very uncomfortable.
Well, she may, as she makes progress, she may be surprised by her own like what she's capable of doing, because she's really doing a number on these trees. So. And then I guess Argos is just like studying, right?
Studying, but also there's a couple things I'd like to do in a week.
Okay.
I think maybe I think I want to like try these new spells just because it's a new way of trying magic. So I'm just gonna try his spells. And I think I tried Grease for a while, but just get frustrated because all I do is keep making a mess. Like it never goes where I want it to go. It just gets like on my hands and like on my clothes. Frustrated after like a day and give up on it. But then I go over to Unseen Servant, and I keep practicing that one over and over again, and eventually I'm able to like maybe move like a little pencil before it disappears. But I think about like 2 or 3 days, like I'm pretty intelligent. Maybe eventually I'm having like the it's like unseen, like it almost looks like a ghost house because things are just like moving around and like being brought to me, and like something's like taking to do my laundry and stuff like that. Like there's just like there's like a little ghost boy living with us. And then also, it's kind of oddly specific, but I'd eventually like to do it at some point. Is it possible that I could be able to cast Find Familiar in this week? I need 10 gold worth of either charcoal, incense, or herbs. So I don't know if I can like if he has them, that I can buy them.
Yes.
But they do need to be
During
burned.
this week, you can summon a familiar and have it by the beginning of next session.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, it just needs to be burned in a brass brazier. So I don't know if he like had one of those
He's
or can
got it.
improvise one of those.
He's
Okay.
got it. Yeah.
Perfect.
He
Should I
actually
still mark the
he-
money?
pretty fucking stocked up on like wizard shit. As a matter
Okay.
of fact, like suspiciously well stocked on magic components and shit.
Okay. Would you still like me to mark the material cost of it though?
Yes, 10 gold is definitely going for
Alright,
that.
so I throw that into the wind. And then the form that my familiar takes is that I'm trying to decide as I'm like trying to throw these herbs into the fire.
You have
I
until
keep-
we play to
I've
decide.
already made up my mind. I knew a session
Okay.
one when I picked the spell.
Okay.
I'll just do it real quick, then you guys gotta get to bed. But like I'm trying to imagine like different things that I've heard you can like different spirits that I'm seeing in this weird like haze of the fire. But every time I keep trying to summon a different familiar, like a hawk or a whatever raccoon or whatever it is, I keep seeing out of the edges of my eyes in the darkness like little tendrils, and my mind keep getting drawn back to the spiders that attacked us into the night. So even though I try to summon like a hawk or a raven or something like that, maybe like old Max, what ends up coming out is just this like spider, like baby little wolf spider comes crawling out of the fire. Kind of like hijacked the ritual a bit. So
All right. So you have a spider now. Nice.
spider.
I have a hammer. I can introduce them.
No, give me the camera. Where's my
No,
spider?
it's mean.
Pay 10 gold for this spider.
Yeah. And Max wouldn't just abandon Xeta in the woods for a week. Like he's going in. Like you guys are obviously having meals together, and he's periodically talking to everyone. And with her, he's basically just trying to like get her more comfortable with the notion that she's going to have to fight, because like obviously Xeta spent most of her life running and hiding, and she's not like the type who really wants to hurt anybody. So he's basically like sitting down and talking to you on like a daily basis about like philosophy and morals and ethics and like how complicated and gray it is, and how like sometimes you just have to do stuff, and that like she's no longer in a situation where she can really get away with not having to hurt someone once in a while. Like he doesn't treat it like her kindness is a weakness or a bad thing. Like he has total respect for her ethics, but he's just like trying to kind of have a breakthrough or an epiphany with her where she'll it'll click that like, okay, this is not a nice ocean. It's full of not nice people, and sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Theme can spar with her.
No. So it's definitely like up to you how Xeta takes that and what she comes away with, and it's totally like possible that he doesn't get through to her at all. But I just want to let you know like that's going on.
Okay.
So that's like an opportunity for some character development, or she could be like, "Fuck you, old man, get out of my face. You smell like rutabaga." I don't know, like, whatever.
There's probably times where Valen would offer to spar with Theme though as well.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
He'd spend a lot of time messing with his flute, but sometimes he'd be like, "Motherfucking thing," and he'd just like chuck it.
Yeah.
Like, Theme, spar with me.
Gladly.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are still a party. You're still like eating together. You're still doing stuff together, but you do have like your own individual things you're trying to develop. Overall, it seems like his focus is getting you all comfortable with your demigod powers, which is magical for most of you. With Theme, he's focusing on like getting Theme to recognize that some of her physical abilities are not necessarily normal, and once she comes to grips with that, she can start to take advantage of it. Basically getting it through to her that like she's a little bit Hercules. It's like, normal noble girls who get sent to a gladiatorial arena fucking die. Like yeah, your hard work means something. He's not trying to downplay her hard work, but he's like, yeah, you might not have as much in the way of like flashy spells as the other guys, but you're very much a demigod, and a lot of what you can do is very much because of that. So you got to own it so that you can push it Like push your limits, go beyond human limits because you're not human.
Gotcha. All right. Cool.
You can do stuff that other people can't do. So that would be, maybe be the epiphany he's trying to
Yeah,
push.
that would be good.
For theme is like you have to accept that like you can do more than normal people because of this. Yeah.
Or demigod powers manifest physically.
Right, for the most part, yeah.
All right.
All right, well, we'll end here. There's definitely way more to do with Old Max, but it's like almost 9, and that's kind of where I wanted to end.